Hey everybody, Scraft here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well today. We're back on Saxlingham and we are carrying on into the month of June this time. Last episode we were in May. We got, we bought a new muck spreader that we haven't used yet, but we will do, the Brilliant Bunning Mark IV, so that's going to be interesting to try out. But we mainly focused on getting all the OSR out there fertilised, and it's pretty much just waiting now for harvest and we can tackle that. So hopefully that's going to be maybe next month, the month after. I am one growth stage away, but the field out there, which is, you know, our most recent one, the sugar beet one, that's probably going to be a bit after because, yeah, it's still lagging behind. In fact, I haven't had a look at it since, I'm sure I can hear like a bird that sounds almost like an alarm. I don't know if that's my headset, but that is a weird sounding bird. Yeah, it has gone. Yeah, it has improved. We're getting there, aren't we? It's just nowhere near where we're currently at with these ones. Yeah, and these are pretty much like one growth stage now. It even says, yeah, we're 8 out of 9. So I expect next episode we'll be harvesting that up, which is great news. But in this one, we're going to be doing some. We're actually going to be doing some hay, which is the first time on the series I've done hay. We're going to get that stocked up because we're obviously moving on to bigger and better things. More animals, bigger farm. We're going to need the feed to take with us. And yeah, we haven't got loads, have we? We've got about 100,000 litres in a bunker. Yeah, a fair few silage bales up there that'll last us out definitely in 6 here. So we could do with a bit of extra. And if we're going to make silage as well next time round, because we need to remember to fertilise it, we can go ahead with that. But yeah, we're going to get that sorted in a minute. I'm going to use Follow Me, but we'll focus on that in a second. First thing I want to do is sell cows. We're in June, so that's, you know, exciting times. It means that we go and sell these 12 that I've moved most recently over there. We can have a look at them now just to see what we're going to get price-wise, but it should be pretty good. So, yeah, these are the cow pasture. This is the one, cow pasture farm. I mean, straight away, 5,000, 4,000, very happy with. We've got, some that are lagging. 041 there is definitely lagging down. This one is brilliant because I actually bought that one as an extra because I lost out on, basically didn't buy 6, did I? So I bought 6 more to try and bulk up. This one I'm very glad about because it's 5,300. If that is the most, yeah, it is. It's the biggest one. So that was a good buy. I need to actually go and look at this now because I want to see 041 for starters, just to see what his genetics are like, because it has to be a genetic thing, doesn't it? It's got to be. Let's have a look at this one, and first we'll look at this, because that's really good. Yeah, you can see. Meat quality very high, and metabolism's high. This one, again, extremely high on all that good stuff. Same with this one. Just the one. This is the one, isn't it? Yeah. So metabolism extremely high and meat quality. So maybe it is like a mixture of metabolism and meat quality because the more they go, look at the weight of it. It's 1.3 ton. It's massive. It's huge, in fact. But let's have a look at this. This is the worst. So metabolism is high. It is overall lower though, isn't it? Just trying to think if there's anything like this one though. Why is that 2.9 if the metabolism's... Yeah, metabolism's... And it's more weight on it. It's just less quality to this. It's strange, isn't it, that? I almost feel like that's not... I don't know. What do you think? What do you think in the comment section? Let me know. Do you think that's not right? Or... Because this has got less weight. It's 500... It's basically 552 kilograms. And that's... live weight. Dead weight, it's different, isn't it? But we don't go into that level of detail. But you'd have more, wouldn't you? Because this one's 861. Strange how that's lower in value. I don't know how it's, coming to that price on that one. And that is, like, much lower. So there's something taking effect there. I know you can see that there is a difference overall, like 5,300. Amazing, absolutely amazing price there. In fact, that is our highest. And you can see that its health's extremely high and all that good stuff. So I don't know. There's some good ones there. There's some that are like lower down. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to be good money. So that is, yeah, what it is. But what we're going to do now is in the fast track with the right tyres on. Where am I going here? The wrong way. I'm actually going to go and get this. I need to put a straw bale in first, so I might just grab the small John Deere. We need to change it from all-wheel steering to just the front because we're going on the road. Attach that first, hooping this. We'll swing it around, and then we'll bring the bale up because I want to put some straw in. This is the last time these cows are on the farm, so they, at the very least, deserve a bit of nice straw bedding as they travel to the market, which is probably going to be, you know, their end of life, in all fairness, because they're at that age now in the beef stock when, yeah, they get sold for the most obvious reason. But they're making us good money, and someone's going to have a nice, you know, good steak and all that good stuff. You can't go wrong with a good steak. So, at least we're rearing some good cow. I would like to get it like, you know, like Maize Plus, for example, where you fed it, you know, you fed your animals loads of different quality of feeds, and maybe it would bulk up the price then, and I'd like to get to that stage. That would be good. Especially like cake and stuff like that you give to animals, because that makes a difference, doesn't it? And if it'd be nice to see that in FS, because now we can just add mineral food into like a TMR mix, but it doesn't really, yeah, it's not like it does too much, is it? It's not, you know, it's just bulking out the TMR. So yeah, it gives you like good milk return, but you don't need to do it. You can technically just give it like silage and hay. You don't need to give it anything else, any extra, really. So, I don't know. It's a strange one, but it'd be nice to think that I might test it out, you know. I might test it out. I might try and find probably like, it's going to be difficult to test out, thinking about it, because I'd need to get like the identical cows. I'd need to probably go into, I could actually do it. I'd have to go into the XML of the animals and copy over, like, get like one paddock with just one animal in and copy its details completely, you know, in the realistic livestock mod. So it's all its genetics, its name, age, everything. And then, well, we'd have to feed one TMR, feed one like the silage like we're doing, and just see if there is a difference in price. Because Arrow, because you'd expect Arrow of all people to put that in. So if you feed them TMR, the price goes up. Maybe it bulks them up quicker. I don't know. And I might be missing a trick here. I might this whole time could have missed that this is the way I should be doing it. I should be feeding them TMR. So, yeah. But there we go. We've got 12 in. We're going to pick up another 12. I would like to go to 18 or 24, but I'm thinking about money. I'm at 18,400 now. I know I'm going to make some money anyway because I'm going to go sell these, and yeah, we should make some serious cash, but I think for now I'll just bring 12 back until I've got the other farm, and then we'll start bulking everything up. But you can probably already tell in front of me, I've mowed the grass fields and I've even tedded them. So I did that in between this episode and the last one, leased out a tedder, and yeah, we're pretty much set. But what I want to do in this episode is I want to do a bit of Follow Me again, because I actually fell back in love with Follow Me after using it for the sugar beets. It made me realise how good that mod is, and whilst, you know, I've been a big fan of Auto Drive and Courseplay, and now recently actually using the built-in AI for field work, especially because I just think it's very efficient now. I actually can't fault it too much. I mean, there is obviously more positives to Courseplay, but I think for the way Courseplay works, it's pretty good, isn't it? Now, if I remember, it's the next one. So yeah, my plan is to get probably the windrow on the JCB, get the big baler, because we'll do square bales of hay, get that onto the 6R, get that following me, so as I'm going around rowing up, it's baling. Dead efficient, and it'll make it pretty relatively quick episode, really, in comparison to some of my other time lapses. So that's going to make a nice difference. And now that we've got the JCB, bit of lag there. Yeah, now we've got the JCB, we can fly down to the store sorry, to the animal market, because, you know, we can do 40 miles an hour. I think before we were doing about 30 odd anyway, so there's not too much difference, but it does add up. Now, I know what this is. It's the BIOS update that I've been doing on my system. I had a bit of an instability issue, let's say, on my GPU currently. Getting a few black screens, which is worrying. So I'm troubleshooting at the moment, and I think I've found the issue, but it's not as straightforward as that. So I've got to faff about a bit and doing clean installs of my driver on my graphics card. But I'm getting there. I actually bought a new GPU, and yeah, that's the one that's the issue. So I've still got my old GPU, and it works perfectly fine in my system. But my new one, which should be bigger and better, as you can imagine, it's actually not that stable. So I actually sent it back to Scan. They did a test on it for like a week, stress test. They couldn't find any issue with it. So I've been doing some testing at home to try and figure out what the problem is, and I've done pretty much everything you can imagine. Looking at dump files through Windows, and I can see like the reports. I know this is completely not FS related, but it is tech related that you know, allows me to run my game and do all my recording and everything. But yeah, I've been looking at all the dump files, which are basically like error reports. So when it crashes, what's happening, and it's usually happening if I'm doing two things. So if I got like a video on one screen, something on one monitor, then it's happening, and it's also happening when I'm rendering a lot. So I think it's something to do with the memory of the GPU. I'm still convinced it's a hardware issue, but I'd be happy if it's not, because that means I don't have to faff about getting it replaced and all that good stuff. But I got to prove it first, so I'm kind of writing up a report of all my findings so I can go back to Scan and say, listen, this is my issue. I don't want a new one. I just want this one working, and if you can help me, that would mean a lot to me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But it's not a problem, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I've got a 4090 that's an absolute beast, and I can easily put that back in, and it's really stable. So yeah, but it's a lot of money, and I've invested it into the channel so I can carry on doing, yeah, all my my content and all the good stuff like that. So I want to get it working, but there's no rush. It's not a race. We'll get there. It might just be as simple as a BIOS, but even though I've updated it, could just be as simple as like the BIOS on the GPU is not stable with my motherboard combination, even though they're both MSI. So who knows? I doubt it, but it could be. It could be a BIOS update for the motherboard. So we'll find out. Anyway, back to FS. I finally got here though, so yeah, it was worth chatting about. I did miss the turn. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I've done that nearly every time I've come up here. But here we are. We're going to sell 12 and we're going to buy 12 more. So we should get good money for this. This is the thing, you know, the idea is anyway to get good money. So if we select all, we're going to sell the selected. Goodbye. You've fed, wow, 48,000. I'm very happy with that. 48,000, that is a bargain. Absolute bargain. So we need more beef stock, no more than 2 months old. And we can't go with Herefords this time because we're trying to wean back in. We're trying to wean them out so when we do move to the other one, we're good. Now that straight away is awesome. And you think that's 0 months old, that's like a newborn with amazing genetics, and it's cheaper still than this one with awful genetics just because that one's 4 months older. So that's not a bad option straight away. So that's one. We've got 11 more to go. There you go. That's two. Ugly buck. We'll take that all day long. 5 months a shame because that's really good, in really good condition. There's three. I'll take that. That's not too bad at all. And I like how you can reset the animals in here now, so you don't have to keep coming out. There you go. That's one. Two there, but they're not good. No, we can't go with Herefords. So we'll have to just buy them selected. So that's 4. So we need another 8. Not bad, is it? 1,200 just for 4. And then you think of the money we actually get in the end. So there we go. Let's reset them and start again. Go back to the Angus's young stock. So we can get that one. Don't want that. That's not very good at all. I'll have that one though. And that one. And I'll also have that one. I mean, look at this one. This is definitely one that you'd want to breed out with. Metabolism, though. It's a shame, isn't it? The metabolism is a little bit down, but still. I'd do that. How many is that now? That's 5, so we're at 9. 10. 11. One more. And we can't because it's in Herefords now. So let's buy them. We should be, yeah, one off. So let's reset and just find the best one. It's got to be the way to do it. Nothing there on the Angus. Transportation vehicle is no longer... What? Is it just like been moving on its own for some random reason? That's a strange thing to see. So the males is where we were. So we got one there. No, that's 3 months. Can't do that. That one is really good. And you can see by the price. But we might be able to get one. Even better, hey? Let's check anyway. No, I think that is the best one. So we'll get that. And now we got 12 to bring back. Pretty happy. It's a shame we don't have straw bale up here. But then again, we'd need to bring the manure back. So let's drive back and then we can focus on getting the hay bales in, because these cows are probably going to need it eventually, or it'll be maybe ones in the future. Start doing TMR mixes, but I need to buy a TMR mixer. It'd be nice to test that out. I really might try that, you know. Might get it set up and try it in the next episode. Just put like two tiny little cow sheds. I'd have to put the money in just because it's a test, and have one cow, duplicate it, and then feed one silage, and then feed one a full TMR mix, and see what happens with the price, because they're going to be same genetics, same starting price, all that good stuff, and it should give us an idea that if it's worth feeding TMR over just silage or hay, especially when you're doing beef stock rearing like I am in this series. What I'm going to just quickly do is test the route that I'd be coming from and going back to if I'd bought this farm, because it'd have to be down here, because these would be my hopeful fields at some point, and this track would lead me to my new farm. So it's pretty much about the same distance, really. I mean, it's a little bit shorter, isn't it? But pretty much the same distance. And then obviously you're at the farm, so you can come down. It's a shame you can't cut across directly across, but like it leads to this. If there was a track going through that, you might be able to kind of like do a bit of a shortcut, but it's not too bad, is it? Coming down here and just going across and up instead of going all the way down here across. So it is a little bit shorter. Not bad, really. I would like to have like proper meat production, like where I take it and I get a carcass. I know that sounds horrific, but it is farming after all, and I'd rather play like that. So, you know, if I'm doing beef stock, take it to a slaughterhouse basically, and it gets slaughtered, and you get a carcass, and then you sell that either in a farm shop, maybe like your own farm shop. You just kind of spawns in, and then when it does, you get a higher price because you're selling it kind of yourself. Now we're simulating that we're just taking it to a market and selling it. Now that does happen. Adam, the guy that I work with, and if you watch my real life farm series, you'll know who Adam is. He actually does this exact thing that I'm doing right now. He buys calves in young age like this, rears them up, feeds them, and then sells them sometimes to market, then sells them to market. He never gets like a carcass back because he hasn't got a farm shop. He doesn't take it directly to a butcher's. He either sells them to a market, like lambs, I think most of the time from what he's told me, like takes lambs to market and then people buy them, maybe like Morrison's or Aldi or someone buys them. But he's got a few like main slaughterhouses that he takes them and he just, you know, he gets a price for them. So it's a bit different than taking them to market because he's taking them pretty much to like a slaughterhouse that's give you a price. And now some, he told me, like pay more for like a Hereford or an Angus or a Limousin or whatever it is. They'll pay a different price, so there's like better options. But he actually does the Belgian Blues, which are massive, like beefy cows. They're huge. Bit of a nightmare really to kind of breed from because they're so powerful and stuff. They have a lot of cesareans, But interesting stuff, really. It'd be nice to have the option instead of just taking it to a market to sell where someone's auctioning for them, which could be like it could be a slaughterhouse that's auctioning for them, but it could also be another farmer. I doubt it at this age when I'm selling them or taking them, because they're at that right age, aren't they? They're pretty much their condition and they are beef stock after all. So usually it's going to be someone that's going to turn the animal into, obviously, production for meat and stuff. But it'd be nice to have the option to take it, get the carcass back, then take it to your own farm shop. I think that'd be cool, and sell it a little bit, and you get a better price. But there's more transport involved, and there's a little bit different, isn't it? Who knows? We might get a mod like that one day. If I could make a mod like that, I would happily do it. Anyway, select all, move selected. I am getting this now. I keep forgetting. I keep messing that up before, but I'm getting it. And there we go. So now all we need to do is pretty much let these little calves run around. They've got plenty of space and feed. And we'll see them in 18 months' time, I guess. Obviously, we'll feed them in between, but we'll see them definitely in 18 months' time. And we'll keep repeating the process. When I get the new farm, there's nothing stopping us to trying something different, maybe breeding out and stuff, but I actually like this. I think it works well. You can't really complain at it. Right, so I'm going to try this again. We're going to try and clear out. I'm going to show you, because last time I was faffing about with it just to try and get it to work. Now, I want to do it in an area you're going to see it, so I'm probably going to try and tip it down that corner there. But basically, we're just going to get the 700 litres of straw. You can see it's turned into 700 litres of muck. So what we do is we open the back door, and it just like the idea of clearing it out. So if we press, I'm just trying to find it now. There is unload here. There we go. So now at the back end, you'll see the manure coming out. Just make sure there's space for it. There we go. Happy days. And that's the 700. So you just keep doing that, and yeah, you're pretty much set. Such a cracking animal trailer by LSFM and Farmer Andy, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Where's the windrow? There it is. Now, I did say as well how good it'd be to get one that when you put cows in, not only just to see muck, but like maybe it goes really dirty, but it looks different than the normal dirt texture on like vehicles, and it just looks like a build up of slurry and muck on the side of, the inside of it, and on the floor especially. So even when you've taken the muck out like that, you've mucked out the manure, you still need to jet wash it because it's pretty caked up and stuff. That would be good to see. But anyway, let's get this following us, and we can get the baling done. I just want to make sure. I won't set it going now because it'll be a bit strange if I did. So it's probably set up right, because I need it to go directly behind me. It's not like I need it to swing over to either side, and I think it's close enough. So yeah, we'll find out. The only issue we could have is traffic. We'll find out. And we can also try out our new bale collector. So I bought that and I haven't even tried it yet, but it's much more realistic. It means I don't have to keep using the auto load one, which is a nice change. Let's get lined up spot on first, and then we'll jump back to this. We're going to drop it down, unfold it. No, we're not. We're going to cancel it. There we go. Now we're going to drop it down and unfold it. And we're going to turn it on, because I don't think it would turn on or else. And now it should start following me. Fingers crossed. And pick up these rows as I'm going. So basically we should just have to pass once on this field. I mean, I can get it go close to me, but I think the gap's not an issue. But there we go, look. It's doing it. It's doing it, people. Follow Me is such a cracking mod. And for things like this, it's brilliant. I mean, if you had the same size tedder as well that you have for the windrow, you could have, you could be driving the tedder and then the windrow could follow you. But if you didn't have the same size, it probably wouldn't work that well because you'd see gaps. But it's working well now. We've got 2 fields to do, and when the bales are all done at the end, I'll switch over to the new bale grab and we'll get that in action as well. Right, that was actually the most efficient I've ever done it on this series. That was so easy. Driving around in the fast track and having the 6R behind in the baler just made easy work of it. And then this bale collector is pretty much just as useful as a fully auto-load trailer. I mean, it pretty much grabs them dead quick, so it's not like you have to wait too much. I like it. The only thing I would say is it'd be good if it was like a bit bigger, or you could buy a bigger option. I think this one's not bad for us right now, but when we got massive arable fields and we're pulling in a lot of straw, I think, yeah, it's probably going to be... I mean, if you could double it to 28, that'd be perfect. Because 14, it's not many, is it? And if, say, we get over 100 bales, that's like a lot of carting. And also, selling the bales. You're still going to need an auto-load trailer, aren't you, to kind of put them on and drive to sell them. But I actually really enjoyed using that. I think that's definitely a good purchase. And it's an insane piece of kit. It really is. Hopefully we'll get a bigger one at some point, maybe on Mod Hub or whatever. But yeah, very happy with that, definitely. And the field is all done, so we're going to do some muck spreading soon before the grass starts growing. Get the muck out, spread it, because we want to do one final cut on this and do some silage. And I'll probably do the same technique. I'll do the windrowing, get the baler following behind me. But then we're going to have to wrap it after, which is the only difference, but it shouldn't be an issue at all. Just lease out a wrapper and we're good to go. But yeah, June is done. Trying to think now. Next episode, if we do some muck spreading, we could try and combine it where we do a bit of muck spreading maybe right at the start, because I haven't got loads. I've only got like 17,000 litres of muck, which is just over like one full trailer load. It's like 13 and a half into it in my trailer, so or muck spreading, not a trailer load, but you know what I mean. But we could go into July, and then you never know. The OSR canola should be ready. Should be. Fingers crossed. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what it says. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Just got to move forward in July. Probably should put on, just thought about this, the 12 cows in there, apply all the monitors to them so we can keep a track of them. But yeah, I'd say everything else is pretty much set to go. Just got to wait for harvest, which hopefully 7, 19, and 3 and 2 will all be ready in the next in-game month. So next episode we can get that done, and I might even start off with a bit of muck spreading just so we can see the bunding in action. And that's probably got to be the best idea. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching again. Really appreciate everybody that takes time to watch the videos. It does mean a lot. Hopefully you're enjoying the series as much as I am playing it. If you are, give it a thumbs up for me, because it really does help me out on the channel. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.